Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, I invite you to pause, just for a moment, and reflect on something deeply personal, yet universally shared. The need for comfort. In a world that never seems to slow down, where expectations are high and time feels increasingly scarce, we are constantly pushed to perform, to achieve, to move faster and do more. From the moment we wake up to the moment we finally close our eyes at night, we are surrounded by noise. Noise from the outside world, and often noise within ourselves. And yet, despite all the advancements, the technology, the progress, there is something profoundly human that remains unchanged. Our need for rest, for peace, for a place where we can simply exist without pressure. That place, for many of us, is our bedroom. But here's the truth we don't often talk about. Not all bedrooms are created equal. Some are simply places we sleep. Others, however, become sanctuaries, spaces that nurture us, restore us, and quietly support our well-being in ways we may not even fully notice. The difference between the two is not always money, space, or luxury. The difference is intention. Creating a comfortable bedroom is not just about aesthetics or decoration. It is about understanding ourselves, our needs, our rhythms, our emotions, and designing a space that responds to them. It is about recognizing that comfort is not indulgence. It is essential. It is not something we earn after exhaustion. It is something we must protect in order to live well. Because when we neglect comfort, we don't just lose sleep. We lose clarity, patience, creativity, and sometimes even a sense of balance in our lives. Tonight, we're going to explore something simple yet powerful: how to transform a bedroom into a space that truly supports you, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. This is not about perfection. This is not about trends. This is about creating a space that feels like home, in the deepest sense of the word. So as you listen, I encourage you to think about your own bedroom, not how it looks to others, but how it feels to you. Because at the end of the day, the most important space in your life is not the one the world sees. It's the one that takes care of you when the world is no longer watching. I want you to take a moment, just a moment, and think about the place you go to at the end of a long day. After the noise, the deadlines, the responsibilities, the endless notifications, where do you go? Your bedroom. Not just a room with four walls, a bed and a lamp, but a sanctuary. A place where your body rests, your mind unwinds, and your spirit quietly repairs itself. Tonight, we're not just talking about decorating a bedroom. We're talking about creating comfort. And comfort is not a luxury. It is a necessity. It is the foundation of good sleep, mental clarity, emotional balance, and ultimately, a better life. So let's explore together what it truly means to create a comfortable bedroom and why it matters more than we often realize. 1. Comfort begins with intention. Before we talk about pillows, colors, or furniture, we need to talk about something deeper: intention. A comfortable bedroom doesn't happen by accident. It is created deliberately. Ask yourself, what do I want to feel when I enter my bedroom? Peace, warmth, safety, calm, inspiration. Because your bedroom should reflect not who you are to the world, but who you are to yourself. Too often, we design our living rooms for guests, our kitchens for entertaining, but we neglect the one space that is meant entirely for us. Comfort begins when you decide, this space is for my well-being. #2. The power of the bed, your center of gravity. Let's talk about the heart of the bedroom, the bed. Your bed is not just furniture. It is where you spend nearly 1/3 of your life. That's not a statistic to ignore. That's a call to invest in your well-being. A comfortable bed starts with a supportive mattress that aligns your body, soft, breathable sheets, pillows that support your neck and head naturally. But beyond the physical, your bed represents something emotional: rest without guilt. In a culture that glorifies hustle and productivity, rest can feel like weakness. But let me tell you something powerful tonight. Rest is not a reward. It is a requirement. A comfortable bedroom invites you to rest, fully, deeply, unapologetically. 3. Lighting, the language of mood. Now imagine walking into your bedroom under harsh, bright lights. It doesn't feel like rest. It feels like interrogation. Lighting shapes emotion more than we think. A comfortable bedroom uses light gently, intentionally, almost like a whisper instead of a shout. Think about warm, soft lighting instead of cold white light, bedside lamps that create a cozy glow, dimmer switches that allow you to control the atmosphere. In the evening, your room should signal to your brain, it's time to slow down. Because comfort is not just what you feel, it's what your body understands without words. 4. Colors that calm the mind. Color is powerful. It affects your mood, your energy, even your sleep. A comfortable bedroom often leans toward calming tones. Soft blues, warm neutrals, gentle greens, muted earth tones. These colors don't demand attention. They offer peace. But comfort is personal. For some, it may be a deep, rich navy. For others, a creamy white or a soft beige. The goal is simple. Choose colors that quiet your mind, not stimulate it. Because your bedroom should be a place where your thoughts slow down, not speed up. 5. Declutter the room. Declutter the mind. Let's be honest, clutter is stressful. Even if you think you've gotten used to it, your brain hasn't. A pile of clothes, a messy nightstand, cords everywhere. It all sends a subtle but constant message. Unfinished business. A comfortable bedroom is not necessarily minimal, but it is intentional. Everything in the room should have a purpose, a place, or a meaning. When you remove what you don't need, you make space for what you do need. Calm, clarity, and rest. Because sometimes, comfort isn't about adding more, it's about removing what weighs you down. 6. Texture. Comfort you can feel. Comfort is not just visual, it's physical. Think about how your bedroom feels. Soft blankets, plush rugs under your feet, smooth sheets, cushioned headboards. Texture adds depth to comfort. It creates a sensory experience that welcomes you in. Imagine stepping out of bed onto a cold, hard floor versus a soft rug. It's a small difference, but it changes everything. Comfort lives in these details. 7. Temperature and air, the invisible essentials. Now let's talk about something we often overlook, air and temperature. A comfortable bedroom is not too hot, not too cold, it's just right. Research shows that cooler temperatures often promote better sleep. But beyond numbers, it's about how your body feels. Fresh air matters too. Open a window when you can. Let your room breathe. Because a space that feels fresh supports a mind that feels clear. Comfort isn't always visible, but you can always feel it. 8. Personal touches. Make it yours. Here's where your bedroom becomes more than comfortable. It becomes meaningful. Add elements that reflect you. Photos that make you smile. Books that inspire you. Art that speaks to your soul. Objects that carry memories. Your bedroom should tell your story, not someone else's. Because true comfort is not found in perfection, it's found in authenticity. 9. Technology. Friend or foe? Let's address the elephant in the room, technology. Phones, TVs, laptops, they've all found their way into our bedrooms. And while they offer convenience, they often steal something far more valuable. Rest. Blue light disrupts sleep. Notifications interrupt peace. Endless scrolling replaces true relaxation. A comfortable bedroom sets boundaries. Maybe that means no phones in bed, a screen-free wind-down routine, or simply turning off notifications at night. Because your bedroom should not feel like an extension of your office or your social media feed. It should feel like an escape. 10. The emotional impact of a comfortable bedroom. Now let's step back and ask a bigger question. Why does all of this matter? Because a comfortable bedroom doesn't just improve sleep, it improves life. When you sleep better, you think more clearly, you feel more emotionally balanced, you handle stress more effectively, you show up better for the people you love. Your bedroom is not just where your day ends, it's where your next day begins. And when that space supports you, everything else becomes a little easier. 11. Comfort is not about money, it's about mindfulness. You don't need a luxury budget to create a comfortable bedroom. You don't need expensive furniture or designer decor. What you need is awareness. Rearranging furniture costs nothing. Decluttering is free. Adjusting lighting can be simple. Adding a blanket or a plant can make a difference. Comfort is not about how much you spend. It's about how much you care. 12. A final thought. Your bedroom as a promise to yourself. I want to leave you with this idea. Your bedroom is a promise that no matter how chaotic the world becomes, you have a place to return to. A place where you can rest, recover, reset. A place where you can be human, not productive, not perfect, not performing, just human. So tonight, when you go back to your bedroom, don't just see it as a space. See it as an opportunity to create comfort, to design peace, to honor your need for rest. Because when you take care of your space takes care of you. As we come to the end of this conversation, I want to bring us back to where we started, not with design, not with furniture, not even with the bedroom itself, but with you. Because ultimately, creating a comfortable bedroom is not about the room. It is about the relationship you have with yourself. Think about it. In your bedroom, there are no audiences, no expectations, no roles to play. It is one of the few places in life where you are allowed to simply be without judgment, without pressure, without performance. And yet, how often do we treat that space as an afterthought? We invest so much of our energy into the outside world, our work, our responsibilities, our image. But when it comes to the place where we rest, recover, and reconnect with ourselves, we often settle for good enough. But you deserve more than good enough. You deserve a space that supports your well-being, a space that calms your mind after a stressful day, a space that welcomes you without conditions, a space that reminds you, quietly, gently, that rest is not something you have to justify. Because here is the deeper truth. The way you design your bedroom reflects the way you value your rest. And the way you value your rest reflects the way you value your life. A comfortable bedroom is not just about better sleep. It is about better living. It is about waking up with more clarity, facing challenges with more resilience, showing up in your relationships with more presence. It is about creating a foundation strong enough to support everything else you do. So tonight, when you return home, I don't want you to look at your bedroom the same way. I want you to see it as a possibility. A possibility to improve your well-being. A possibility to create peace in a noisy world. A possibility to take control of something small